Today we're checking out the SR Performance adjustable front strut designed to fit the 2005 to 2010 Mustangs. This is a great option for Mustang owners looking to fine-tune their suspension for improved handling and ride quality, whether you're on the street or out there at the track. This adjustable front strut is going to give you control over your Mustang's dampening performance, letting you tailor your ride to suit your driving style. Whether you're daily driving, hitting the back roads, or dialing in your setups for a track day, the ability to adjust the firmness on the fly is a huge plus. It's designed to reduce body roll, improve cornering stability, and sharpen overall responsiveness. That means quicker turn in, less front end dive under braking, and better control through aggressive maneuvering. The adjustability allows you to soften the ride for comfort or stiffen things up for high performance driving. Another advantage is the compatibility with lowered setups. This strut is built to work well with sport springs, making it ideal for Mustangs that have been dropped for a more aggressive stance and a lower center of gravity. This strut features a durable twin tube design and a corrosion resistant finish, ensuring long-term reliability even in those tough conditions. The adjustable knob is easily accessible and the internals are valved for precise response across all of its settings. It's a direct bolt-on replacement for the factory unit, requiring no special modifications for install, and if you stick with me, we'll show you that install here in a minute. Now, as far as the pricing goes on this, it's coming in right around that mid $100 price range, making it a cost-effective upgrade if you want to get more out of your Mustang suspension without going to a full coilover. The installation on this is straightforward, but you are getting into that suspension system, so we're rating this a 2 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, and you can get the job done in about 2 hours of your time. Now let's head on out to the shop, and they're going to give you a detailed walkthrough of exactly how this install process goes.
For this install, you will need various impacts, creates a 1/2-inch adapter if necessary, a 1/2-inch swivel socket, a 15mm swivel socket, 10, 12, 13, 18, 21, and 22mm sockets, an extension, the provided Allen wrench, a hammer, and also not shown here is a jack and jack stand. What's up guys, today we're going to be doing a front strut on our Mustang, but before we get started we're going to send you to watch a quick video on how to remove your factory strut, and we'll see you when you get back.
Alright, now that we have the wheel off the front, first thing we need to do for the uninstall is take the caliper off. We need to take that off so that when this folds down it doesn't pull tension on the hose. Alright, we're going to grab our impact with our 12mm socket. We're going to take the 2 bolts out to hold the caliper on. You're going to grab a caliper hanger tool or a bungee cord, whatever you have. Just rock the caliper off. We're hanging up out of the way so it doesn't pull tension. All right, next thing that we can do, there is a 10mm bolt on the back side of the strut that holds on our ABS wire and our brake line. So we're going to take that off. Move that out of the way. All right, next thing that we need to do is we need to take the clip off the ABS wire that's holding onto the strut. So we're gonna grab our clip removal tool, just pop it behind there, and just twist it off. All right, next thing that we need to do is we need to remove our sway bar link from our factory strut. So we're gonna grab our impact and our 18mm socket and take that nut off. Once the nut is off, just pull it back through the strut and let it rest on the side. All right, next thing we need to do is we need to take the 2 main strut mount bolts out of the bottom. They are an 18mm socket. We'll start with the bottom. Now the bottom bolt does have this retaining tab on the nut, so just remember that. All right, now if the nut starts to spill on the other side, you can grab a 13/16 wrench, just hold the nut. Then we can remove our bolts. All right, and just gently let it rest out. All right, last thing we need to do is remove our 4 nuts for the top mount. We'll start off, we'll remove 3 of them. Now that you got 3 removed, you're gonna hold on to the strut underneath so it doesn't fall, and remove the last one. Just drop it out the bottom. All right, and now we can repeat the same process for the other side.
Alrighty guys, now that we have our factory strut out, we're gonna need to disassemble the spring and top hat because we're gonna be reusing that. So we've got our strut in the spring compressor, and we're gonna use a 21mm socket with a swivel adapter and an extension on our impact to get this top nut off. So we'll compress our spring and top hat, get that nut off, and then pull our factory shock out of the assembly. Now we're gonna pull our dust cap and bottom spacer off, as well as our bump stop, because we're gonna save that for our new assembly. That just pops right off. Now we're gonna install our bump stop and dust cover onto our new assembly. Pop that on, get our cover on. So now we're gonna get our new shock assembly into our factory spring and top hat. We're gonna install our new top nut. Now we can tighten our new top nut down with our 22mm socket and swivel with an extension. Now we can get our strut assembly back in place. So we're gonna get this up through, get our 4 studs lined up in our strut tower, and we're gonna reinstall our 13mm nuts. Now that we have our 4 nuts on, we'll come back with our 13mm socket and tighten these down. Next, we're going to line our knuckle back up with our new strut assembly and get our factory 18mm bolts back in place. You may have to push down on this to get it to line back up. So we'll get our first one in. We'll pull down on our lower control arm, get our knuckle lined back up. All right. Next, while we're down here, we'll get our outer tie rod back in place. Reinstall our nut. Then we'll use our 18mm ratchet wrench to tighten this back down. Now we'll tighten this down with our 18mm socket. Next, we're going to get our 2 flag nuts back in on our lower strut mounting bolts, as well as our sway bar end link. So for that, we're going to need our 18mm socket on our impact. We'll get these 2 in first. We'll get our lower one in. We'll get our end link back in place. Tighten that down as well. Next, we can reinstall our rotor. Then we'll get our caliper bracket, pads, and caliper back on. We'll get our bracket back in place. Get our 2 15mm bolts back in. Tighten those back down with our 15mm swivel socket. Once we have that on, we'll reinstall our pads. Get right back into their clips. Do the same thing for our outer pad. Now we can reinstall our caliper. Now your pads naturally want to push away from your rotor. You'll kind of have to work those back in. Reinstall 12mm slider bolts. And once we have those in, we'll tighten those back down with our 12mm socket. Next, we'll get our brake line bracket back in place. So we'll line this up, get our 10mm screw back in. Then we'll take our 10mm socket and tighten that back down. All right, so these shocks do have adjustable damping, and the way you adjust that is you take your long provided Allen head wrench, and you're gonna go straight down the center of your mounting shaft. Once you drop all the way down, you're gonna feel an Allen head. And the way you adjust this, if you want to go for a stiffer damping, you want to turn this all the way to the right. That's going to be as stiff as you can go. Then if you want to back that off and have a little bit more softer damping, you can turn this left and you'll feel it go by clicks. So one click is an adjustment, and you just keep going until you find where you want, whether it's stiffer or softer. But you want to count your clicks, and the best way to adjust this is to go all the way down stiff and then back it off as you see fit. And you do the same thing for the other side by counting the clicks. Now once you have this side installed, you can repeat the same process for the other side. Alrighty folks, that about wraps up our review and install of our SR Performance adjustable front strut for your 05 to 10 Mustang. Thanks for watching, and as always, for everything Mustang, keep it right here at AmericanMuscle.com.